Time, if you look at markets and the largest company in the world, Apple, you have shares trading at a record high. The tech giant ordering more than 5 million Apple Watches ahead of the April release. Some analysts speculating that it will not offer a different enough experience to the iPhone or the iPad, basically enough of a difference to merit a price tag of a new gadget. Wakabayashi with me now. He wrote the story for the Wall Street Journal. So, Dai, it seems as if the Apple Watch has an identity crisis. I mean, I read in your article these big health monitoring features have basically been scrapped. Why is that?
I think when Apple started working on it, the initial vision was to build a health device, health monitoring device, but a lot of the features just didn't work that great. If they worked, there were, inconsistent results depending on whether the person had hairy arms or dry skin, or if, the results also varied depending on how tightly you wore the Apple Watch. And basically what Apple ended up finding was that I think that a lot of these features, while interesting and potentially groundbreaking, didn't work well enough in a simple enough way to become kind of a trademark Apple type product, at least for this version of the watch.
So then does that leave Apple Watch as a hodgepodge product offering, meaning you get a little bit of everything, but as we know from a consumer's point of view, sometimes a little bit of everything equals nothing?
Yeah, I think that was one concern that Apple executives had, but I think they've coalesced their message a little bit around this idea of glancing at your watch for notifications. And the one big thing that Apple still has going for it is that, once they start selling this thing, there will be millions of people who will line up to buy it. And that will make it the most popular smartwatch on the market, and that will attract developers who will potentially come up with the next big thing, the next big killer feature for that watch in a way that other manufacturers haven't been able to do. So,
Dai, we just had on screen photos of some of Apple Watch competitor products, but I was looking from your article at the price range. I mean, $349 to $4,000, which is obviously top and 18-karat gold and lots of things that the average person probably won't buy. But what is going to make Apple Watch stand out from other smartwatches? I heard what you said, some of the features that it has over the competition, but net, what's going to make the difference? What's going to make people buy it?
I think first of all, the top high end, it could be a lot higher than that. I think from our reporting, we were being conservative to say more than 4,000. It's possible that it could be much more than that. And on top of that, I think we shouldn't underestimate the ability of Apple to kind of draw in a base of people who really just want to be among the first people to buy anything that is Apple related, and the kind of cool factor of having an Apple Watch. And I also think that the idea of notifications has become a lot more important than maybe when Apple first started conceiving of the watch. We get so many more notifications these days about things that are really not that important and nothing that you really want to reach into your bag or reach into your pocket to pull out your phone to see. So if your Uber is coming, you just, it's a message that you kind of don't really need to read that deeply. And so the watch solves a lot of that issue.
All right, well, it's definitely going to be testing the Apple halo effect.